Hello guys, welcome to the Data channel. So back again with another scalping strategy, and with this strategy we are looking right here is a scalping strategy, and you can use this strategy to catch some candles. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys how the strategy works, everything you need to know about the strategy and settings for the strategy. We are going to discuss everything in this video. Okay, so stay tuned, watch this video to the end, and also make sure you subscribe to this channel if you are new. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, and turn on post notification. And then we post new strategy, you guys will be aware. Okay, so with that being said, let's proceed with the strategy. Okay, so if you have small accounts, this strategy is for you. If you have bigger accounts, the strategy is also for you. Okay, just stick around and watch this video to the end. Now let's talk about the settings for the strategy, then we dive into how the strategy works. So first thing you want to do, just to up into your indicator section. Okay, so you up into where you are going to set all the indicator up. Now talking about the first indicator is the Ichimoku. So how do we add this Ichimoku up? You click on this F icon at the top, we search for Ichimoku and click on it. Now for the Ichimoku, the location is 9, the duration is 26, the span B is 52. Now we only need the location style. The remaining you set it as your background color and you click on save. Okay, so once you've done that, then you have your Ichimoku in your chart. Now to the next indicator, which is the moving average. So what you are going to do is just click on this F icon at the top, search for moving average and click on it. Now for the moving average, the period is 20, shift is 0, method is simple, apply to close, and use any style of your choice and click on save. Then you have your moving average in your chart. Now to the next indicator, which is the stochastic oscillator, click on this F icon again, search for stochastic oscillator and click on it. Now for the stochastic oscillator, the K period is 5, T period is 3, slowing is 3, price feed low/high. Method is simple. For the levels, we need the 12 and the 88 level. That's the level you are going to be using. And for the style, make sure you set it as your background color. You only need the levels. Okay, set any color you want for your levels. Go back and click on save. Then you have your stochastic oscillator in your chart. Now to the next indicator, which is the heavy loop. And we add this up, you click on this F icon on our indicator window 1, search for heavy loop and click on it. Now for the heavy loop, the period is 11, shift is 0, deviation is 0.003, method is simple, apply to close, and for the style, we need the lower band. Okay, use any color of your choice and click on save. Then you have your heavy loop in your chart. Now for the stochastic oscillator, click on this F icon, set the stochastic oscillator as default, click on save. Now for the last indicator, which is the moving average. So what are we going to do? You click on this F icon right here, search for our moving average and click on it. Now for the moving average, the period is 20, shift is 0, method is simple, apply to close, use any color of your choice. Make sure same color you use for your moving average on your chart, make sure it's the same as the color you are going to be using on your indicator window 1. Then click on save. Then that is all the settings we are going to be using for this strategy. Okay, so what are the next things we are going to do now? Now let's talk about how this strategy really works. This strategy is very simple, and I'm going to go straight to how the strategy works. Okay, so let's use this recent trade as an example. Now I want to give you guys sometimes that not all the trades you take with this strategy is going to be a winning trade. Sometimes you might have a losing trade, but out of your 10 trades, at least 8 out of it will be a winning trade, and you're only going to lose 2, which means that if you take 10 trades, you win to 8 and you profit and you lose 2. That is a good win rate with this strategy. Okay, so let's use this recent trade as an example. Now this recent trade, now it meets all our criteria. Now what are the criteria? First thing we want to see is that we see that the oscillator comes straight to the 12 levels of the stochastic oscillator, and it also change in volume. Okay, which means that it has to change from this red to green. Okay, once it change from red to green, then we want to now look at the color of the Ichimoku. Now the Ichimoku as well has to come, the envelope. The envelope has to come to the 12 level as well. So once the envelope comes straight to the once the envelope comes straight to the 12 levels as well, then we want to now look to see that a crossover happens between the envelope and the moving average, which happens right at this area. So this is where it happens. The crossover happens, and then you can see that the oscillator also changed from red to green. Okay, once we see that, then we look into our main chart. And what do we want to see in our main chart? We just want to see that when the cross happens, we also want to see the same thing in our main chart. And what is that? We're looking to see that the Ichimoku cross above the moving average, and the price also cross above the moving average. Everything happens right here. So this is where the Ichimoku cross above the moving average, and this is where the price also cross above the moving average. So that is the four confirmation we need to see before we take any trade with this strategy. And once we see this four confirmation, then that is when we are now going to be looking to go for a buy. Now you can see that we have already running into a profit right here. Okay, we have already run into a profit right here before the price now spike back into our entries. Now once you see this type of spike right here, the spike that move below all the talking about the spike right here, the spike that move below all the confirmation that we used before we take any trades, once we see this spike, you close your position. Now this spike will come back straight to your entries. It's come back straight to your entries, you close your position with that small loss and you wait for another opportunities. Okay, so these are other opportunities right here. These are about the opportunity right here. Now let's go back to boom 300 so I can show you guys an example. Okay, so right here on boom 300, so these are not trade examples. Now I'm going to use this one as an example. Now you can clearly see that we have all our settings right here. First thing is that we want to see that the awesome oscillator comes straight to the 88 levels. Once it comes straight to the 88 levels, we want to see that the Ichimoku, the envelope, sorry, also comes straight to the 88 levels. When it does that, then we want to see that the awesome oscillator change from this green to red. Once it change from green to red, then the next thing we're going to see is the crossover to happens. Now what are the crossover? We want to see that the envelope come cross below the moving average. Once we see that, then we look into our main chart, and we also want to see that the the Ichimoku line cross below the moving average, and the price also cross below the moving average happens right here. So this is all the confirmation we need to see. Now see this type of spike right here. Now this spike does not move beyond our Ichimoku line and beyond our moving average. So this type of spike right here, you are still holding your position until you see that the spike cross and break above the Ichimoku or the moving average. So this type of spike, you don't have to be scared. Okay, and you hold your position to all this profit right here. So as simple as that, that is how the strategy works. It's very simple and very straightforward strategy. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on post notification anytime you post new strategy. You guys will be aware. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.